Hey everyone, welcome back to Shelf Series. This is episode 4, A New Hope. Just gonna get these stands arranged, make it a little bit more symmetrical. I'm excited to start the original trilogy, so let's start with Luke Skywalker. On the left you have the Black Series Farm Boy Luke, and then on the right you have the Figuarts, which I just really prefer. I like the sculpted plastic, I think it's a better face paint. I think the Hasbro ones desperately need an update, and let's put his little land speeder Luke hat on. I always like to start with the main heroes of the scene, so let's add Han and Leia. These again are the Figuarts. These are made in Japan. They're not allowed to be sold in the US because Hasbro has the exclusive license on 6-inch figures, but these were easy to find a couple years ago. You can see the face print, just the overall quality of the figure is much higher. These retailed for I think closer to $60 and they go closer to $90 to $100 now, unfortunately, but I really like these. I'm really glad I got them when I did. And unfortunately the ankles are a little bit loose, so I'm going to use these ankle stands that I 3D printed and designed, and they fit in perfectly with this hexagon shelf, and we'll go ahead and stick him right there just so he doesn't fall over. And then we've got Princess Leia. I love this. It comes with an alternate face sculpt where she's kind of looking to the left. I've got that one on the body now, and then she also has this interchangeable hood. You kind of have to tuck the collar down into it a little bit, but I think it just looks so much better than the Soft Goods Black Series one. And actually, let's take a look at those to compare. So on the left, you've got the Black Series one with the updated face print, and the Soft Goods. I mean, some people prefer Soft Goods. I really like the sculpted plastic a lot more, but you know, you pick which one you like the best. And while we're comparing Figuarts and Black Series, on the left we've got Black Series Chewbacca, and on the right we have the A New Hope Figuarts Chewbacca. It has a little bit more articulation than the Black Series, and it has these alternate face sculpts, so I'm going to use this angry face just to give a little bit more dynamism on the shelf. And then we've got Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi, and he also comes with alternate faces, and this one is eyes closed, and I think it's just an interesting way to display the figure, just a little bit different than sort of what everyone else has on their shelf. And you can see this Chewbacca has sort of some weak ankles. It's kind of just a curse with Figuarts figures. It's, you know, I gotta add stands for these guys too. Let's get that all reset. And now we've got the Black Series Empire Strikes Back Darth Vader, which was my favorite Vader until I discovered this Rogue One Mafex Vader. I found this from a user on Instagram that was selling it and couldn't pass up the opportunity. He gave me a decent price. Unfortunately, it goes for about $200 on the aftermarket now. Last I saw on eBay. It does have a wired cloak, and if you pop off the helmet, you've got this little Anakin peak, a little Sith slip, and but you know, we're gonna display it with it on. It's got these red eyes, and we're just gonna stick him right here at the top, sort of as the centerpiece of the shelf. And let's build out this Imperial section of the shelf with Grand Moff Tarkin and this little mouse droid. I love this torture droid that he comes with. I think it's so cool to see such a large accessory for Black Series figure. This has some of the best face printing I've seen on Black Series, and overall just like a great figure. It's really impressive, and I think it was sort of like the start of the new wave of Black Series. In terms of the face printing, just overall quality of the figures, like it definitely feels like a newer figure even though it's a few years old. And then we've got the classic Stormtrooper. This is the updated body from I think 2020. And then I got this updated hand from Bounty Supply Co. on Etsy, and I painted it up, and I think it's just interesting to give him something a little bit different to do, so maybe we'll give him like some sort of, I didn't like the salute, but we'll give him this kind of like halt hand. And then we've got everyone's two favorite droids, C3po and R2d2. These are the Figuarts versions. Again, I bet you've never seen 3PO with an alternate face sculpt, but this one has the dent in the helmet, and just overall a lot shinier, and this is the only C3PO I have with the silver leg from A New Hope. And we'll go ahead and stick them over here on this side and start building out this side. I love the pop of color, just the gold and the white and blue just, you know, screams classic Star Wars. And unfortunately, I can't remember who gave me this idea on Instagram, but this is a Stone Cold Steve Austin Figuarts head on a Rebel Trooper body. It just looks just like the end of Rogue One, and we're going to stick him right here. And I really like the way his outstretched arm kind of completes the composition on this side here. And then a pretty basic figure, the Death Squad Trooper, I think it's called, and this is from the re-release with the updated face print. We'll just go ahead and stick him here and kind of build out the Trooper area. And what is A New Hope without our Cantina aliens? I can't wait to get the Cantina band, but until then we've got Panda Baba with some custom weathering, Dr. Evazan, all I did was a matte spray on him to get rid of that shine, And I want to move them over here, so let's move R2, let's move the Death Squad Trooper, and then we can stick them on the side here. They're not really main characters, but I love that having some alien representation on the shelf. We'll continue that with Greedo, also with a custom wash. You can see all of the black paint kind of in the cracks here, just gives it a little bit more life. And I'm going to go ahead and stick him over here for now. I kind of want to put Han Solo closer to him since they're kind of this freaking Leia. And then, yeah, I think, you know what? I'm still not feeling this. I think Luke and Leia need to be in the front. Let's get Han in there. And then we'll put Chewie on the slightly lower platform so he's not too tall. And we'll move this guy over here for now. And I don't think we have room for that droid. And then we've got R5-D4, one of my favorite droids. But the Bandai model kit sort of takes the cake here. It's just better size, super clean lines. I do need to do some weathering on it. This is a desert droid. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but for now we will set him right here. And now I want to complement the dark armor on Vader with this TIE fighter pilot, and I'm going to stick him right here for now. And if we're adding bad guys, we got to add good guys, so we've got the Wedge Antilles figure from a few years ago. Nothing too exciting here. This is the Luke Skywalker X-Wing body, just with a new head and helmet. But I love this pop of orange, and something about that color just really screams original trilogy to me. But I'm feeling like there's a little bit too much similarity going on up here, so I just want to balance out these dark side characters for a bit and just try some different things and see what looks best. I also want to add in another Sand Trooper. I found this at a local shop in San Diego called TC's Rockets, and they had at a decent price, and I never was really interested in the Mafex figures, but once I saw it in person, I was really blown away. It's a little bit bigger, but look at those paint details, and the articulation is really fun. It's pretty similar, just a lot smoother, and I don't know, I just think it looks a lot more premium than the Black Series one, and unfortunately is priced more premiumly. But we've got him tilted to the side a little bit to leave some room for a figure here. And that figure is the Tuscan Writer. This came out a few years ago. I think this may be the archive release. But he's a little bulky, so we're going to put him back here so he doesn't block too many other figures. And I like the way that his outstretched arm kind of balances the Rebel Trooper over here. On the left we have the standard Black Series Jawa, and on the right we have my custom painted one that was meant to be an off-world Jawa, but I'm going to use him here. I like the darker cloak. And then something a little different, I found these pins at a local shop. They were originally exclusive to entertainmentearth.com. They sold out before I could get them, but then I found them at a local shop at pretty much the same price, so we'll stick that right there. And with that, we are done with our New Hope shelf. I'm so excited to be diving into the original trilogy. The Empire Strikes Back one is going to be so much fun. This is kind of what got me into collecting Black Series, these A New Hope figures, and, you know, they're not all Black Series, but slowly over time it has evolved and, you know, sort of upgraded some of these droids, some of these characters with the Figuarts or with Mafex. I'm actually surprised how few customs I have from this era, but hopefully as we move on we'll have some more characters. Wait till we get to Jabba's Palace, that one's going to be really fun. But that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time for The Empire Strikes Back.